Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Gabriel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you step-by-step tutorial on how you can actually create this beautiful about us section right here. I believe gone are those days where you have to create a page for every single team member of yours to talk about their profile or a little bit about them. With Elementor Pro, it is a very great feature that you can actually use to accomplish this. You have to all your team members will be listed on a single page, and a few notes about them or a few details about them will also be given on that same page when you click on them. Okay, let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. Here we have the meet our team, and then maybe a subtext, and then we have the team members down here. Okay, if you should click on one of the team, you get these details. You can read about them, a short story about them, and then you have their social media handles down here below, their name, their title, and the contents. Okay, and then there is an exit button, a close button down here. As soon as you close that, you are still on the same page. You're still on the same page. So I call this the 2021 way of creating a team section or an about us section that has a team. Okay, so to create this step, we are going to be going through at least 3 steps, 3 very easy steps, and I'm going to be walking you through every details. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is to create a new page for this design, and then we're going to design the page with Elementor Pro. That's the page builder we're going to be using for this, and then we are going to be creating a pop-up with the Elementor Pro. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. All right, here I am in my dashboard, and right here I'm just going to come down to creating a page. All right, so I'm going to hover over the pages on the left hand side, and then come down to the add new. Okay, so you want to give this your about us or about whatever it is, but since I already have an about page, I'm going to just give this about new. Okay, so I'm going to hit the publish button, and then I'm going to hit the edit with Elementor button right here. Okay, welcome to Elementor. This is one of the most powerful page builder I have ever seen, and it is most popular at the moment, the most popular page builder for WordPress. Okay, so in order to get started, if you mind you, we'll be going back and forth to the original design just so I don't miss out on any details as shown in the sample. Okay, so first of all, we have a subtext here, and then for like an optional text, and then we have the meet the team, and then there is this zigzag divider around here. Okay, so let's see how we can achieve all this right here. First of all, we want to create a section with just one column, and then let's make it a boxed content width, and then give it a 1040 width. Okay, so with that, we're going to drag in our header, the heading right here. Just drag it in, and then as you see here, we have optional subtitle. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this. Okay, so I'm just going to change this to the text right here. All right, I'm going to center this, and then I'm going to adjust or edit the typography section, and let's say we want to bring this down to about 14, and then reduce the width to about let's say 500 is fine. Okay, so I want to increase the letter spacing so there's a space in between. Okay, first of all, let's give this a padding top and bottom. So okay, I give the padding of 100 top and bottom. 100. Okay, so we have enough room to see what we are actually doing. All right, so after this we want to drag in the heading again, and then this time put it underneath the optional subtitle, and we want to copy this text that says meet the team. Obviously you have to put your own content right here. You don't have to, duplicate or copy paste what I'm doing right here. Okay, so we want to center this again, align it to the middle, and then let's change the typography. Okay, let's give this let's say 30, no, let's say 40, sorry, 40 pixel is fine. I think 700 is also fine for the width. Okay, yeah, that's that. Okay, then let's let's try to get this zigzag divider right here. So we just either you search for divider, or you just come down here, you see the word divider. So all you need to do is drag it underneath the meet the theme. Okay, so the first thing you want to do in the style section, you want to change it to the zigzag. That is exactly what I used right here, the zigzag. Okay, so let's reduce the width. Let's leave it to about 20 is fine. Let's align it to the center, and then you want to decrease the size. Yes, okay, about that. All right, so for the color, I'm just going to pick a random color. It mustn't necessarily be the one I used. So let me see, maybe this right here is fine. Okay, I want to copy this code so I can also use it for this text. Okay, so I come here down to style, and then I change the text color to this. Okay, maybe a little bit darker will be fine. All right, about that, let's use the same code for this, obviously. Okay, all right, so what we want to do next is this sub heading here, the typography there, the text editor, right? We're going to drag in the text editor for this. Okay, you drag it underneath the divider, and then you leave it. Okay, so as you can see, it is centered, and it's not taking all the width. Okay, so what you want to do is come down to your style first, make sure this is aligned to the center, and then you want to come down to the advanced here, and let's uncheck the link. Okay, so you want to give it a right padding of, let's say, 200, and then a left padding of also 200 pixel. Okay, this is fine. So let's go back to the style, and then let's change this font to, let's say, the font size should be 18. Okay, 18 is just fine. 400 is also fine for the width. All right, so with that, we can, okay, let's just bring this closer. First, let's decrease the gap here. Okay, I think it's perfect this way. All right, so in order to achieve this, we're going to use a widget from Elementor that says call to action. Okay, this right here is the big boy we're going to be using for this effect you see right here. But first, we are going to be adding or dragging in an inner section. Yeah, like that. We're going to be using an inner section for this with at least 3 columns. So we're going to duplicate one of these columns right here to give us 3 columns, so we can see how to look like when we have our text on it. Okay, so to achieve this, like I said earlier, click on this 9 dots here, and then you search for call to action. Call to action right here. Okay, there is a lot of ways we can actually use this call to action widget right here. I'm going to be uploading some videos on how to animate, like a pro, animate your website to wow people with using this same widget, this call to action widget. All right, so for here we're just going to do a simple design, which is just what we have here. Okay, so for the content, we want to come down to where it says button text, and let's just remove this text that says click here. Let's delete that, and automatically the button goes away. Okay, so for the name, we have Olivia Halls Samson. Okay, so I just came up with that name. She's not like a real name or something. I just came up with that. Okay, let's say Olivia Halls Samson. Okay, and then the position she's holding, I think she's the partner and the CEO. Okay, the partner / the CEO of this company. All right, so let's see how we can style this right here. First of all, let's come down to the style section, and then let's go down to the content. Okay, where it says title, you see typography, just click on that, and we want to make this let's say 16. Does that fit? Okay, 16 is fine. Let's make this 400, or no, we have to use Montserrat. Is fine for this. Montserrat is what I used previously. Okay, let's just make it 500 width. All right, this is perfect. Okay, so for the title, for the description, okay, let's make this, okay, Poppins is fine for the font family. And then the text, let's just make it 10. Yes, okay, 10 is good. And we want to come down to where it says transform right here, transform, and then change it to uppercase. Okay, all right, uppercase is fine. So what you want to do next, I think I might bring this closer. To me, it feels like it's too far up. Okay, so I want to decrease the spacing of the title. Yeah, so yeah, about 10 is fine. Okay, so let's come back to the content right here, and then let's position this. Oh, sorry, my bad. In the box area, under the style tag in the box area, let's position or align the text to the left, just like that. And then I don't like this background here, this background underneath the text, where the text and the title is on. Okay, I just want to move that. So how we do that is okay, let's come down to the content, and then where it says, when you scroll down under colors, where it says background, you want to click on that. By default, you see there's nothing there, but automatically something is showing here, like a gray or something. Okay, so what you want to do is click on this, and then you want to drag down the opacity, drag it down to the bottom. Okay, and then you click back on it to exit out of it, and as you can see, it is transparent. There is nothing there anymore. All right, so we are done with the text. Now it is time for the image. Okay, first of all, let's click on the box, and then I want to increase the height of this image to, let's say, about let's do 300. Okay, 300 is perfect for this. All right, so you want to come back to the content, and then let's select an image for this. Okay, so this right here is, I think, yeah, this is the one I used for her. Okay, so by default there is already a hover effect, which is very pretty cool for this particular design, so you don't need to edit anything right here on this image. So you just leave it as it is. It is perfect this way, trust me. All right, so with that, I think we are pretty much done. All you need to do next is come down to this content, and then you want to do okay, let's see. Okay, so when you put in anything in this link section, just put in a hashtag. Put in a hashtag so you can get this option right here. So what you want to do now is click on this, and where it says apply link on, you don't want it to be only on the button but also on the whole box. So just make it the whole box, apply it on the whole box. Okay, now that we have this, next thing you want to do is come down to your column. Let's edit the column right here. You click on it, and then you come down to the advanced section here. You want to uncheck or link the values of the margin, then give it a right margin of 20, and then the left margin of 20 as well. Okay, so with this done, what you want to do is, instead of going through the stress of creating it again and again and again, one cool thing with Elementor Pro or Elementor, even the free version, is you can always duplicate a column, a whole section and all that. So even a design. So let's do this. You want to right click on this button that says edit column, and then you want to click the duplicate right here. Okay, so we need one more. Let's do this again. All right, so we don't need these empty ones right here. So what we're going to do is right click on it and delete. We want to do the same thing for the other one and delete. So right now we have 3 beautiful designs right here. So basically you just want to click on it and then change the image right here. All right, so this is this, and then click on this, change the image to this one. Okay, so I'm not gonna bore you or waste your time trying to change the names and all that. You already know how to do that. If you want to change this name, you just click on this section, or you click on this blue icon right here. It's the same thing, but it is recommended you click on this blue icon because there are some widget that when you click on this, it automatically shows you what it means. Like when you have a gallery right here, you drag in a gallery, and then let's just try it. Let's see, gallery. Okay, you drag in a basic gallery right underneath this, for instance. So I just want to show you why it is better you click on this blue icon right here, on blue icon on top of any widget. It is on any design or any widget you want to use. It is always on it. So let me just show you what I mean. Okay, so right here we have sorry, I can't find the image. Okay, we have a basic image right here. If I should click on this and then maybe add some random images, and click on this, and then I insert the gallery, and now we have all this, right? Okay, so if I should click on this right now, you see what it does. It automatically bring the effect I was trying to achieve, or what I was trying to achieve with this gallery. So if I'm to edit this, it will look nice, like. And the worst part of it is, as soon as you click on this exit right here, it takes you out of this, this section on your editing panel. It takes you out of it. So if you want to edit this, you can just come and say, okay, I'm editing this, let me click on this right here. No, it opens up this channel, this light box right here, and you can't see the effects you are placing underneath. So for you to do it, you have to exit out, and as you are exiting out of here, you're also exiting out of the editing panel right here. So that is why you always want to use this blue icon to edit anything. So if I'm clicking on this blue icon, I can edit whatever I want to edit. Maybe maybe instead of thumbnail, I want to make this full pictures, and then maybe I want to You can do all whatever you want to do as long as you're not clicking on this. So it is advisable that you click on this icon right here. All right, in order to change the name and all that, I believe you should have known that by now. You click on this blue icon and then you come down to your panel on your left, click on content. Underneath content, you click on content right here. So here is where you put the name, the title, and then this is where you put the description. All right, so with that being said, let's get down to the next step, which is to actually create this beautiful effects you see right here. Olivia Hall, Samson, partner, CEO, and then a short story about her, and then our social media handles underneath, and then there is this exit button right here. Okay, in order to achieve that, first of all, let's just see how this looks. Let's click on the update button right here and let's preview this. Wow, okay, so as you can see, it is pretty much the same thing we have here. So right now you can't even tell the difference between the two because it is pretty much the same thing. Okay, so right now you see, as I'm clicking on this, nothing is happening. I'm clicking on it, nothing is happening. But if I come here and I click on this pops up. Okay, so there is this feature on Elementor Pro. There's this that gives us the ability to do this. The feature on Elementor Pro gives us the ability to do this, and it is called the pop-up. So how do you get that? Let's click on this these three lines right here and then exit to the dashboard. Okay, now we are in our dashboard. What you want to do next is come down to where it says templates. Where it says templates, you want to click on pop-ups. Okay, so this is the one I'm already using for Olivia, so I'm just going to create new one for the sake of the tutorial. All right, okay, so I'm going to say about Olivia 2. Let's say v2, which is version 2. Okay, create template. Alright, so by default, Elementor will try to give you some options you can choose from. They have tons of built-in pop-ups already that you can select from, but we are going to be doing this from scratch, so we don't really need the pop-ups right here. So I'm just going to click on the close button, and then this is our work area. So what you want to do right now, the first thing you want to do is to come down to where it says settings. There's this gear icon right here on the bottom left of this screen. So I'm going to click on it, and then I can see the layout right here, and the width is set to 640 pixel, but I want that to be on a view width, and then I want to make it a full 100%. Okay, so the next thing, the height fit to content is fine. Let's leave it at that. And then okay, we'll just we'll edit the close button later, but first let's get down with it. All right, okay, 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 let me just do fit to screen for now. The content position, I want it to be center. Okay, let's make the height fit to screen, and then the content position, let's make it center. Okay, now let's create a single column. All right, what are we trying to achieve? This section right here. Okay, in order to get this, so the first thing you want to do, of course, is to drag in the heading. Let's drag in the heading. Okay, so we want to give it this name right here. It says Olivia Hall Samson. Okay, Olivia Hall Samson. All right, so Let me guess the size for this. I think this should be 30 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we're going to come down to the star right here, and then underneath the typography we're going to make this size, the font size, 30 pixel, and that's fine. And then the width should be 500, right? Let's say 400. Okay, I think 400 is fine. 400 is fine. Okay, let's come back to the content and let's align this to the center. Now the next thing is to bring in the title or the description. Okay, so we're going to drag in another header. This is pretty much the same thing we did when we were creating this, so it shouldn't be too confusing to you. It should be easy to do on your own. It's just the same thing. This is the beauty of Elementor page builder. All right, so the name says partner /CEO. So I'm just going to copy that and paste it in. Okay, now I'm going to edit this. Let's give it a, let's say 10 or 12. Let me see. Let's make it 11. Okay, 400. Okay, I think that's cool. That's cool. So let's increase the letter spacing a bit. All right, that's fine. Okay, so let's go back to the content and let's align this also to the center. What's next? Excuse me. Now we have to, say who she is, where she's from, and all those stuff. So this is basically about Olivia or Samson. Okay, so what we'll do is still go back to this 9 dots right here, click on it, and let's drag in a text editor underneath the partner on the /CEO. Okay, so I think I used is it 16 or 18? I suck at remembering things. All right, 16. Yes, yeah, I think it's 16. Okay, the font family is popping, and then I use the size 16. You can actually use whatever you want or whatever works better for you, not necessarily what I am using. Okay, let me see, 300. Yeah, I think I prefer 300. Yeah, let's make the weight 300. That's perfect. All right, so now I'm going to align this to the center as well. Yes, the center. And then okay, like we did before for this section, let's also box this section a bit. Yes, let's give it, like, I think this is fine. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, let's reduce it a bit. 750. Okay, 750 is better. Okay, let's just copy and paste this text. These are all just dummy text I picked up from a plugin I have installed on my system. Okay, so I'm just going to copy it, and you can, of course, you want to put the real content of the person, the real description of the person there. So for here, I'm just going to use this. Okay, so okay, I want to give this text a little bit of padding. Or should I make it margin? Doesn't matter. Okay, let's just give it a margin top of, let's say, 20. I think that's fine if you ask me. Okay, 20 is fine. All right, so the next step is to give it this line you see right here. It's called the divider. That is the same thing we used for this zigzag right here. So we're going to drag in the divider again. Yes, big boy. All right, so what I did right here is I come down to the star section here, and then the color, I click on it, and then I reduced the opacity. Yes, this was basically what I did. Reduce the opacity to about that, and then that was all for that. Okay, so the next step is to actually create this beautiful social media text right here. Okay, so for this I'm going to drag in an inner section underneath the divider. All right, so the next thing is I'm going to search for the list. Just type in list, and then you see this icon list right here. I'm going to drag it into one of the columns. I just dragged it. All right, so I'm going to delete these two because I only need one, and then this one I'm going to delete the icon right here by clicking on this trash can that says remove. Okay, so what I want to do next is okay, let's change this to email. Yeah, and let's just put in hash in the link. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this, but first let me edit the style. Okay, come down to the style, and then under the text you want to make these let's say 10, and then the transform, let's transform it to uppercase. Okay, I think this is okay. Yeah, it looks cool to me. Okay, and then let's increase the letter spacing. Yeah, it looks better that way. 0.8 is always fine. Okay, so what you want to do is just to duplicate this again and again and again. Okay, so now we're going to delete this empty box we have here. So what you want to do now is change the details, or can I call it the text as what you want. Right here I want Facebook, and then here I want okay, LinkedIn, and then here I want to have a Twitter, or I want to have an Instagram. Okay, Instagram. All right, so with this the email I want to align it to the right, same as the Facebook. I also want to align that to the right, and then the Instagram right here, I want to align this to the left. Okay, so then I'm going to play with the columns right here by clicking and dragging them closer, so I can just get a pretty good space between these. Okay, so let's do the same for the email. Come closer, big boy. All right, I think that's pretty much close. Okay, we can work with this. Okay, so we are pretty much done. What you want to do next is click on the button publish, and then okay, you know what, before then let's just see. Okay, before then let's see how this looks on the tablet version. Okay, it's pretty fine on the tablet. Let's see how it looks on the mobile. Okay, you can see we've lost some details on this mobile version right here. So first of all, the mobile version will have to align all this back to the center. And mind you, if you are seeing this icon right here that says mobile, it means whatever you are doing right now is only going to affect the mobile version and not all the versions. So it's only when you change the responsive mode to the mobile version, or maybe when you use your mobile phone, that is when all this text will be aligned to the center. If not, if you're on the PC version, it's going to be as we have designed it to be. So let's just align all this to the center, and I want to give a negative margin top of 10 pixel to the columns, the Facebook, LinkedIn, and then the Instagram. Okay, I'm just going to copy and paste the style, paste style, and then paste style. Okay, so it should look exactly like this. And then for the divider, I want to reduce the gap to 0, or let's make it 2 is fine. Okay, so to solve the issue of the name and then the description, to solve that, all you want to do is come down to your settings. Remember when we change this height to fit to screen? Yes, so now we're going to change it back to fit to content, and then you should see all your details appear like this. Okay, so what I like to do is click on the edit section right here, this 6 column of this blue button right here, and then I come down to the advanced section, and I want to give this a padding top of let's give it a 50% padding top, 50 pixel, and then the bottom as well. I want to do the same thing for this mobile version. Okay, so it looks like this. All right, so let's style. Let's go back to the PC version, and then let's style this stuff right here. But first, I want to also give this PC version a little padding on the top and the bottom as well. So I'm going to unlink this and then give it a let's say 100% is fine. I think it's too much. Okay, let's make it 50%. Do the same thing, 50 pixel. I don't know why I keep repeating. We are actually using this right here. This px is the pixel and this is the percentage. Okay, so we are using the pixel. So 50 and 50 to the bottom and top. Oh, there's an issue right here. I'm just gonna drag this back here. All right, so now what I want to do next is to style this a bit. We're not going to do much, just to bring it closer and then make the size bigger so one can actually click on it easily without missing it. Okay, so you want to come down to the G icon that says settings, and then you want to come down to the style, click on the style, and then you see the close button under. So you click on that, and you can bring this the vertical position to the bottom a bit, yeah, around there. Then the horizontal version to the left a bit, okay, somewhere around there. And then let's increase the size. Yeah, I think 24 is just fine now. Okay, 24 is not bad. Okay, let's reduce the vertical so it goes up. All right, so let's see the mobile version as well. Click on this responsive mode, and then click on the mobile. Okay, as you can see, it's not too good on the mobile. We want to make this go on top of this text. So if you've already guessed, what we want to do is to increase the vertical position, and then just like that. Yeah, it's perfect. So a thumb can easily click on this without any issue. Okay, so there we have it. And the last thing I want to do right here before saving it is to actually give this an animation. Okay, first of all, the whole pop-up right here, I want to give it a fade in transition, fade in entrance animation right here. So what I do is I click on this gel setting, and then under the settings you come down and then you see entrance animation. You want to change that to fade in, and then the exit animation, you want to make that fade out. You can actually choose whatever you want, but for the sake of this tutorial I'm just going to leave it as this. Okay, I might increase the speed a bit. Okay, that's fine. And then individually I want to edit this content. For instance, the Olivia Hall Samson, I want to give her, come down to the advanced section, the motion effects, and then I want to give an entrance animation of fading up. And then I want to do the same thing for this advanced motion effect, entrance animation fading up with a delay of 300, just like that. 300. Okay, we're going to do the same for this. Advance, motion effect, entrance animation fading up. We're going to give this 600 animation delay. And then lastly, the whole section right here, I'm going to click on this inner section, advance, then motion effect, entrance animation, do the same thing, fading up, but this time around 900. Okay, so I want to hit the publish button. Okay, so you have some conditions and triggers, advanced rules, but what you want to do right here is just to ignore all this and click the save and close gray button right here. Just click on it, save and close, and this will automatically save this. All right, so what you want to do now is go back, exit your dashboard. Let's close this up. Okay, so we want to come back to your pages. Okay, this is the new one we created, and let's edit it with Elementor in another tab. Okay, so this was the design we created earlier. So what I want to do now is to assign the this pop-up that we just created, to make it pop up whenever we click on their faces, their image, or the name, or any part of that section at all. It pops up. So what you want to do is hover over the blue icon and click on it. The next, you want to come down to the content right here, and then where it says link, you want to click on this dynamic tags right here, this little icon that says dynamic tags. You want to click on that, and then you want to scroll down to where it says actions. Underneath action, you see the word pop-up. You want to click on that. So this is what appears, and what you do next is click on this tool right here. Click on it, and then another settings pop up. Make sure the action is set to open pop-up. Action open pop-up, and then you want to click on this where it says all, and you basically just want to type in some letters from what you use, the title you use to create the pop-up. So in this case I used about, and then you see it pop up, about Olivia version 2, if you remember. So if I should click on that, it automatically applies to this. So I'm just going to hit this the update button right here, and then I'm going to hit the preview changes. Okay, so this is where we are. Let's just see if this works. So I'm hovering over Olivia Hall something, and as soon as I click on the image, you see how those beautifully animate in. And then if I should click on this button, close button, it goes off. Click on any of the tab right here, comes back up, and then the exit button closes up. And if I'm to inspect this to see the mobile version of it, you see it looking messy. So that is because we never edited the mobile version of this section. So first of all, let's do that. Let's come down to the mobile version. The tablet version will definitely be okay, so you don't really need to do much. So let's come down to the mobile version. So what you want to do first is this meet the theme. You want to reduce the size from 40 to, let's say, 30 is fine. I would like to increase this as well. Yes, and then if you remember, we gave this a padding of 200 on the right and 200 on the left. So as soon as I unlink this, it comes back to normal. And mind you, the mobile version is activated right here, so it's only going to apply to this mobile version. And then if you remember as well, we also gave all the sections some padding left, so margin left and right. So I'm just going to click on the column and then come back to the advanced, and then I'm going to unlink this. So that is basically what you're going to do for all of this other section here. Come down to advanced, the column rather, then you unlink, you come down, click on the column, come to advanced, and then you unlink the margin again, and then you hit the update button. So if we are to go here and refresh, let's see how it looks like. All right, that is looking much more better. Okay, so here it is. It doesn't move left or right. It is as perfect as it can be. Okay, so let's try the pop-up on this. So let me click on this and see. Wow, so here you go. As you can see, it is beautifully aligned to the center because we already edited that while we created this pop-up. We edited the mobile version, so it is beautifully aligned. You can see the email, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and then the description and the name, and then the description. So that is it, guys. Please let me know in the comment section if you like this video, and please, if you really do like it, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, please. I just got started. This is my third video, and if you want to see more beautiful designs like this, please consider hitting the like button and then subscribing to my channel. That way you don't miss out on any content that I upload. I'll be uploading some graphic design content as well, some UI designs, and this is not the end of the tutorials. You'll be getting more of this. So, and like I said earlier, I'm going to be showing you some beautiful animations that I created using the call to action widget that we use for these sections, these three sections here. So if you want to see that, please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and then leave a comment underneath, so that way I can see you are interested. All right, thank you very much, and I'm going to see you on the next tutorial.